ox is not just any cow. Oxen are cattle with degrees and a job. While it is a less common use in the United States today, historically, many domesticated cattle were utilized for draft power. Whether carrying carts full of goods, plowing a field, or pulling tree stumps, cattle were used for more than just milk and meat. Typically, when choosing cattle to train as oxen, you want to select cattle that are horned, have good structure for carrying weight, and have a calm demeanor, which you can typically tell at a young age. At Prairie, we start training our calves anywhere from just a few days to a few months old. The trust and bond you build with a team of oxen is something that is magical. You start with them as little babies and grow and learn together as they mature and you become a better teacher. No two teams are the same, so training takes different forms as we figure out what works best for the team. When naming oxen, the names need to have different vowel sounds from the driving commands. Cattle only hear the vowels of the words and not the whole word, so the names of each ox should be different as well. Our training begins in a halter, getting them used to being handled and building a trust between us and the calves. Once trust has been built, we put them in a small yoke and try each calf in both the nigh and off spot. For the next few training sessions, we give the calves the opportunity to work in each position until we can determine which calf best fits the nigh and off role. While we have been fairly fortunate to find calves that work together right off the bat, it can be hard to find an evenly matched team that wants to work together. Sometimes oxen no longer want to listen to us, and we have to take a few steps back in their training to regain their trust. After a certain point in their training, there are no need for halters and the cattle just listen to commands. This is the gravity of why trust between a team of oxen and its drover is significant. If these 2,000-pound animals wanted to walk away, they could. Though we don't train our oxen any differently with commands or how we drive, we do train them in front of the public since we need them to be able to handle crowds of guests. Our team in training, Flint and Steel, are currently working steers and not technically oxen. Most people consider them fully trained oxen at 4 years old. Before that, they go through stages of being handy steers and then working steers. A handy steer knows the commands and becomes a working steer once it can pull the weight. We train oxen because it is the historic use of these domestic livestock and helps tell the story of agriculture throughout history at Prairie.